What is going on, everybody? George from REI Branded Home Buyer. That's www.reibrandedhomebuyer.com. Today we're going to be talking about spam mail. Are you getting tons and tons of letters in the mail and you're getting sick and tired of it? Is it just filling up your mailbox and you just don't want this stuff showing up at your house anymore? I got a little secret for every single one of you at the end of this video. So, home buyers like myself, we send direct mail over time. However, there are companies out there that are a little overzealous with the amount of letters that they send all the time. And in fact, there is a company here in Spokane, Washington, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, the surrounding area, that says that their house buying company is easy, but I'm going to let you know right now that they are taking it to a whole new level. They're going to send out a letter every single month, and I think that currently the Attorney General has said something about that. There's nothing wrong with getting letters every single, not every single month. There's nothing wrong with letters going out, right? I mean, to most of us, we like getting letters. Our company, REI Branded Home Buyer, does not send any letters. However, we might start sending letters here pretty soon because it's getting harder and harder to find some of these homeowners. So I'm going to let you know how these home buyers are actually coming across your information. First of all, our privacy is not as private as we think it is. There are data mining companies out there that have all this information. The city has all your information on the city website. So if you go to the Spokane Scout here in this area, you can actually look up your address, and it even has the primary address and then a mailing address on there. So even if you're not living at that property, that address underneath, which is the mailing address, will be where you're currently living, or it might be a P.O. box or something like that if you want to stay a little bit private. But if somebody really, really wants to find you, they are going to find you. The Yellow Pages still does exist. There is a company called True People Search, and that will give all of your info plus some of your relatives' info on top of that. Again, we're not as private as we think we are. But there's another way of finding, you, and that's just by driving by the house and seeing maybe there might be some damage to the outside of the house, or and they take that address down and they just simply mail a single white letter like this. And I understand that it gets just overwhelming sometimes, but I myself like to knock on the door and talk to you face to face. It's easier for me. It only takes a couple minutes out of my day. However, I'm just as terrified knocking on that door as you are as opening the door when you don't know who's on the other side of that door. So if there's any damage to your house, maybe there's overgrown grass, the fence blew down, broken windows, your roof has a tarp on it, maybe there's a bunch of cars on the front yard, anything that is showing that there might be some issues with this house, these investors, these home buyers are going to pick up on. It's what they're taught. It's what I was taught. And all we really do is we just take the address down and we send a letter. And like I said, there's some companies out there that take it a little bit far. And if you really, really want these letters to stop, you can either and I'll give you a golden nugget at the very end, the silver bullet to all this. You could either sell the house to me, or if you don't want to hear back from them again, wait until the last couple seconds of this video and I'll give it to you. But like I said, we're all very easy to find. Our phone numbers. I mean, even with my phone, my phone number, people can find me very, very easily on the internet. I put myself out there quite a bit. I'm always talking, putting videos out there, company names, logos. Like it's very simple to find people these days. So if you get a letter from REI Branded Home Buyer, and I'm very sorry, it's probably because I probably tried to call, or I couldn't get a hold of you some other way, or maybe I knocked on your door. I like to leave notes on doors, stuff like that, because we don't know what people are going through at that time, and everybody's circumstance like changes over time, right? I mean, I've had somebody tell me a year ago that they never wanted to sell, but then they called me up and they said, "Hey, I'm getting a divorce. I want to sell now. Wife's she's making us sell the house, or the judge is making us sell the house," because the court can actually force a sale of a house during a divorce if have to. So these things do change. People unfortunately pass. Maybe there was a house that was given to them that they didn't want. Either way, if those letters are going out constantly, which they do, they're going to get to the right person at the right time. It's just a matter of just putting ourselves out there. So my silver bullet to all of this information is, and it happens to me because I'm a landlord myself. I have a few houses, and sometimes they send me a letter, "Hey, I want to buy this house." And what I do to stop these letters from getting to you, what I do is I call the person up on the letter and I say, "Hey, I'm not going to sell my house to you, but I'm an investor and I would like you to put me on your buyer's program or your buyer's list." And what happens at that point is that person that wants to buy your house now sees you as a competitor, and they do not want to get a hold of you anymore. They don't want to spend the money. It could be anywhere between 50 cents to $1.50 per letter that they send out. So, I mean, if you want to waste their money, by all means, don't call them and tell them this. But and then just throw the letters away. It's not hurting anybody, right? It's just going to your mailbox. It's kind of like it's a little irritating every once in a while, right? I get it. We get all the coupons in the mail, but yeah, give that person a call up and say, "Hey, put me on your buyer's list, and if you have any other houses that come up, please send me an email." Now, you might get an email every once in a while, but I guarantee you that since they see you as a competitor, they're probably never going to get a hold of you ever again. And I've done this with several of my houses, and it's worked. I don't get letters, and I don't even get phone calls anymore either, because as soon as I answer those phone calls, I just let them know, "Hey, I'm a real estate investor. Put me on your buyer's list," and I never hear back from them again because they're probably not that good of investors to begin with. So, and they're probably not that good of people either. But if you want to work with some really good people and you want to check out REI Branded Home Buyer, and you really do need to sell your house fast in Washington or the Spokane area, anywhere in Washington, we'll buy houses anywhere in Washington, but specifically in Spokane, if you want to sell your house fast in Spokane, go to www.reibrandedhomebuyer.com and fill out that form, and we'll get in touch with you, and we'll set up an appointment. We'll come out and talk to you about whatever your current situation is, and we'll see if we can try to figure out a price to offer you, and hopefully it works out. And then, you could also go to Google, check us out on Google. We have actually 53 5-star reviews now, and we pride ourselves on our 5-star reviews. We really, really want to put as much information out there as possible. We want to put the best information out there. If there's any wrong information, please let me know in the comment sections below, and then what I can do is I can come in and change it. And I want to make sure that I give the best information to the best people that are watching these videos. And I know not a lot of people are watching these videos, but Hopefully soon there'll be enough out there watching these videos, like the homeowners, so they can understand their situation, and maybe they'll be able to, get a hold of me or TJ or George at our company. But yeah, we really pride ourselves on helping homeowners sell their house fast for cash in Washington and Spokane area. So if you, I have to say those keywords. I'm sorry, folks, if it gets a little dry every once in a while. It's just for the algorithm. But like, subscribe, comment, whatever it is. My videos are really bland at this point. I don't really have all the bells and whistles and stuff like that, but I do have some good information, and hopefully my information that I just gave you right now about getting these spam letters to stop, like I said, it's helped me. Again, just call them up and say that you're an investor, that you want to be put on their buyers list, and even if you get an email every once in a while from them, so what? You could always delete it, but at least you're not getting those spam letters anymore, because they now think that you're a competitor. So anyways, we're a veteran-owned company. I'm the veteran, actually. I'm the CEO of REI Branded Home Buyer, and I've been around doing this for quite a while. A little bit about myself, if you're all still here. I was homeless 8 years ago, went through a nasty divorce, and started helping people with their houses, because I was in the construction world, and I started fixing houses and working on them and stuff like that. And I've learned a lot of cool tricks and tips along the way in the trade of real estate here in the Washington greater area, in Spokane greater area. So again, if you want to get a hold of us, call us also at 769-3439, or go to our website, www.reibrandedhomebuyer.com. And our saying is, no more worry, no more why, just peace of mind with REI. You all have a blessed day. I'll see you all in the next video.